I remember 7 years ago when we started this partnership in cooperation between the CIOGC and the United Methodist Church of Northern Illinois, how Bishop Young inspired all of us when he spoke from this podium. And I remember vividly that he took off his shoes out of respect to the faith community and to this message. And he spoke from his heart about love, about peace, about friendship and solidarity. And these are the exact words that we are hearing from him today. This is the 7th year of partnership between the Methodist Church and the Muslim community under the leadership of the United Methodist Church and CIOGC. And the number 7 in the Islamic tradition is very important, right? Number 7 is mentioned many times in the Holy Quran. There are 7 heavens, there are 7 earths. When we go to Hajj pilgrimage, we circumvent the Kaaba 7 times. We go between the 2 spots where our mother Hajar went to look for the water, Safa and Marwa, 7 times. So 7 has a lot of meaning in the Islamic tradition and probably in other faith traditions. So from that number, I would like to focus on what are the rules of the interfaith dialogue, the 7 rules of the interfaith dialogue, based on our experience with our partners in the Methodist Church. So the first rule, you can also correct me because I'm sure that all of us have this shared experience. Interfaith dialogue is dialogue, it is not conversion. Okay, so if you are intending to come here with the intention to convert the other to your faith, this is not the place to be. It's for dialogue. Secondly, that's the first rule. Secondly, we understand the differences between us. Although we believe that we are right, but we believe that you believe also that you are right. So we understand the differences between us. We are not the same, we are different, but we have a lot of common grounds that unite us. Thirdly, we have to approach interfaith dialogue with humility and respect to the other. And what Bishop Young has done in the first meeting and what he has proved over the past 7 years is manifestation of humility and respect, and we have to follow his lead. Fourthly, interfaith dialogue nowadays is necessity. We cannot afford to live alone, or to practice our faith alone, or to work for the common good alone. And what Bishop Young has been saying today about moving from dialogue to collective action is exactly what we need to do. It is a necessity that we can fight together, all faith groups, to relieve the world from hunger, from poverty, from war, from injustice. Yesterday we had a panel discussion between different faith leaders, from the Jewish, from the Muslim, from the Christian community. Bishop Young was there, I was there, and the focus of the panel discussion was how to end hunger in the state of Illinois. There are 800,000 people who have food insecurity in Cook County alone. 800,000 people. This is collective failure on our part, and we need to work together to rectify that injustice. 5, the 5th rule of interfaith dialogue, that dialogue is not a monologue. So we don't only invite people who share our views, but also we invite people who have different views, so we can have a dialogue. If we are all agree about everything, then this is not an interfaith dialogue, it's a monologue. In the Islamic tradition, also, we believe that there should be equality in interfaith dialogue, that we treat each other as equal. In the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِنَّا وَإِيَّاكُمْ عَلَى هُدًى أَوْ فِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. Say, who gives you sustenance from the heavens and the earth? Say, it is God. And we or you are either rightly guided or clearly wrong. We are either rightly guided or clearly wrong. So there is equality when approaching interfaith dialogue. And finally, dialogue is not for the sake of dialogue. There should be a goal out of this dialogue. So we agreed, ourselves, CIOGC and United Methodist Church, that starting from next year, that we will work together in advocacy. This year, our friend Edgar joined us in the Illinois Muslim Action Day. This is our advocacy day in the state of Illinois. There were about 800 Muslims advocating for good education, for health care, for a cleaner environment. And next year we will have partnership with the United Methodist Church. So hopefully we'll have 2,000 people between the Muslim community and the United Methodist Church. And we will have a task force that we will put together in order to organize for this collective action. And let me end with a verses with the ayah of the Holy Quran. And this is from chapter which is called Al-Ma'idah. And the translation of Al-Ma'idah is the Last Supper. So it's very familiar to our brothers and sisters in the Christian faith. And in that verses, God says, لِكُلٍّ جَعَلَ مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لِكُلٍّ جَعَلَ مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً ولكن ليبلوكم فيما آتاكم فاستبقوا الخيرات إلى الله مرجعكم فينبئكم بما كنتم فيه تختلفون. And the translation of this verses, to each he made law and a way of life. If God so willed, he would have made you one community, but he did not. So he can test you in what he has given to you. So compete in good deeds. To God you shall return, and he will settle what you have been differing among yourselves. Thank you very much, and hopefully you will have a nice interfaith dialogue for tonight. And before we end, we have a small gift to our brothers and sisters in the United Methodist Church for the two persons who made sure that this relationship continue and we can build on it. This is my last year as the chairman of the Council of Islamic Organization, and I wanted to give a gift to Reverend Edgar Einstein, please.
Surprise!
Surprise! Camera got nervous.
Don't worry about it.
We have it on video. Okay, that's it. Okay.
I have it at
We have it on video.
We'll send you the copy.
I'll send you the YouTube link.
The Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago recognizes Reverend Edgar Einstein for his leadership in Muslim Methodist dialogue, working together for common good. May 12, 2012. And I would like to invite Brother Saeed Al-Sheikh and Brother Ahmed Qadir and Brother Hussein Atta to give this also collective symbolic gift to Bishop John for his leadership in interfaith dialogue. So these are the leaders. Committee of the CIOGC. And it reads, the Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago recognizes Bishop E. So Young for his leadership in Muslim Methodist dialogue, working together for common good, May 12, 2012.
Sorry.
I need to give this back to my community, United Methodist Church, Northern Illinois Conference, because you all did it, and I am just servant of you, and it's such an enriched me in this whole relationship. And Mali, Mujahid, and also Dr. Salur, and all the community leaders, this I gave to the glory of God. And thank you.